Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your July 2024 general reading. We are looking at the first half of July, roughly the first couple of weeks, and this reading is for the fire sign of Leo. That's Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, but if you know any or all of your other sign placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, watch those videos as well because it can provide additional insight and perspective into your own personal situation. Remember, they're general readings, so they may resonate a little differently for everyone. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Now, if something really does hit home, if it really does resonate and you'd like to take a deeper look at it, pull the curtains back on it a bit, or you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. You can click on the description of this video to also see that contact information. I would love to hear from you, and I can usually get back to you within 24 hours with more information. I do offer a pretty wide array of reading choices. I try to put something in there for everyone, different types, lengths, styles, costs, spreads, a little something for everyone. So if you're interested, please email me, and I would love to work with you. Okay, Leo. Let's see what the first half of July looks like for you. I am using the Royal Deluxe Tarot by Cyril Marchetti, clarifying with the Bosch Tarot. All right, Leo, July 2024. We begin with the Four of Wands, the Five of Wands, maybe some conflict around a situation, home, family, internal conflict, external conflict. Might be about a family event, a wedding. For some of you, it might even be about marriage itself. Or a already established relationship. Next, we have the Ten of Swords, a challenging card. Tens do represent cycle endings, the fulfillment of something, or something has come full circle. In the Ten of Swords, Swords is governed by air. That's its element. And air governs this, our intellectual landscape, our mind, our perspectives, our perceptions, our ideologies, right? Because that's what we tell ourselves reality is and how we react to that. So the Ten of Swords represents coming to the challenging or even painful conclusion or awareness that something is either at an end, it's run its course, or it's simply not going to turn out the way that we wanted it to. For some, it might even involve, a sense of betrayal or actually being betrayed. With that Ten of Swords, we have the Four of Coins, a card of economy, sometimes nicknamed the miser card. What does it mean to be miserly or economical? It's sort of like hoarding, but it's a card of being careful, of not spending too much, of not giving too much, of not sharing too much because you're afraid. So you want to keep it to yourself so that you can have a sense of stability and security. It can be financial and material, or it can also be emotional, like somebody who's very guarded, somebody who's very protective, somebody who doesn't want to commit too much or give too much. So it looks like a lot of you are in a situation of some kind that you've kind of come to this awareness that it's always going to be just this much and no more. Now, because this is a general reading and that may play out in the specific details a little differently for people who are watching this, all those of you who are watching this. And by the way, my gratitude always. I usually start out with that. Thank you. It's a blessing to be able to be here and do this. Thank you so much for being a part of that blessing. So it might be a relationship for some of you, and that relationship might be romantic, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or it might be a different type of relationship. It could be a family relationship, a familial thing. It could be a work or job situation. It is causing conflict. Next, we have the Ten of Cups, which is the other happy home card. White picket fence, feeling like everything has kind of come together in a very balanced way. Everything's finally come together. You couldn't want for anything else. It's our happily ever after card. With the Three of Coins, which is a card of teamwork, collaboration, but also compromise and negotiation, trying to get everybody on board. From the bottom of the deck for overall energy and focus, we have the High Priestess. Listening to, paying attention to, and trusting your intuition. Some people call it higher self, some people call it gut instinct. It's our connection to divine, to God, spirit, angels, guides. It's how we get, feelings or compulsions, It's a card based on faith, of kind of knowing a certain thing. Even if we try to ignore it, deep down we know it. That's the High Priestess. That's our connection, our hose, our conduit to spirit. It feels here like you've come to a realization of something, Leo. That realization is challenging. For some of you, it might be painful. For some of you, it might include a betrayal, a specific betrayal of some kind. Or it's just that kind of disappointment and emotional pain we feel when we realize it's only going to be this much and no more. Again, relationship, work, career, something. Let's peel it back a little bit, shall we? Let's take a look at that overall energy of the High Priestess. For some of you, if it's in the realm of job, work, career, or money, that's what's causing the conflict in the home or the household. Some of you may be in a relationship or a marriage where there's conflict about the home itself, family, could be starting children, could be your idea of home and family, marriage, children, the whole white picket fence thing. Somebody is not in alignment here with another person. High Priestess. Yeah. Clarifying the High Priestess, we have death, final endings. Why? So that transformation and rebirth can occur. Two of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Two of Swords is kind of feeling stuck at a crossroads because there's a difficult decision you need to make. Now, clarifying the High Priestess, you already know which decision is the best decision for you to make, but it's difficult. When you look at the cards, they go in a progression, right? So the card preceding this would be the One of Swords or the Ace of Swords. That's kind of the awakening, the realization, But here in the Two of Swords, that realization, seeing something in the truth of what it is, prompts us to do something about it, to make a choice, to take action or not to, but it's a choice either way. And here in the Two of Swords, we know what choice it is to make, but it's difficult because it often represents a temporary sacrifice or self-denial or walking away from something, so we feel kind of stuck, right? So a difficult decision. And the Five of Pentacles, we have the Four of Pentacles here. The Five of Pentacles is a card of insufficiency and lack. I sometimes look at it as the beggar card because in some decks it shows a person or persons outside of a church or something that represents stability and security, but they're on the outside, in bad weather begging, right? So it's a card of insufficiency and lack, and that can be financial and material insufficiency and lack. It can also be emotional insufficiency and lack, or a combination of both of those things. Again, here it's about understanding that something is is not going to be the thing that you wanted it to be, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just somebody seeing your point of view and sharing your point of view, whether it's a job or work situation that just doesn't pay you enough, it doesn't acknowledge you enough, it never will. And that Ten of Swords is coming to this realization that it isn't, and knowing that that leaves you stuck at a crossroads, which means that there's two choices here, and that's also kind of a source of internal conflict here as well with the Five of Wands. in order to stay and be even reasonably, you have to find a way to live in acceptance of that. But it's a settling, right? It's feeling like you have to chase and beg because it's what you're getting isn't sufficient enough to nurture you financially, materially, emotionally. It's causing conflict. Knowing that you have to do something about it, but kind of dreading that decision because it means you have to take action to move away from the thing you know isn't good for you into something else in the hope and potential of opening up that energy to manifest something more positive for you, more in alignment with you. 4 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Four of Wands again, 2 of Swords, the Hermit. Sorry, 2 of Cups. Yeah, 2 of Cups is our traditional soulmate, kindred spirit, best friend card. Soulmates, we're drawn to certain people in our lives, certain people, certain situations, for the purposes of evolving as human beings, to learn lessons and to grow and evolve. Now, sometimes that means that we grow and evolve together with that person. That person stays in our life for the rest of our lives or for a very long period of time. And sometimes it's only meant for those lessons, and then those two people go on different paths. The karmic energy of the 2 of Cups is in the lessons we learn. That's what remains with us all of our lives, but the people don't necessarily do that. So there's a partnership here, and again, it might be romantic, it might be best friends or family, familial energy. It's that kind of kindred spirit energy. We have the Chariot, which represents difficulties and obstacles and challenges on the way to trying to achieve a victory or a success in something, and we have that 4 of Wands again. And this is the source of the conflict. It's causing conflict within the home, within the relationship, within a family. For some of you, it might be about home, marriage, family, your perspective and ideology, an idea of what that is, what that means to you, conflicting. It's like what you perceive that you want and that you need is not the reality of what you have, and there's the conflict, and there's a lot of external challenges in the way. Let's take a look at that 10 of Swords, 4 of Coins. We have the Emperor. We have the Empress. It's either a married couple or a couple that's been together for a significant period of time. Could be parents, because sometimes the Emperor and the Empress can represent a mother and a father as well. And the 10 of Wands, another 10 here, and this is already clarifying the 10 of Swords. You know, this is feeling like you're at the end of your rope, feeling overwhelmed. This is it. I'm done. Something has to change. I can't keep doing this anymore. Ten of Cups, 3 of Coins. Judgment, significant decisions, potentially life-changing decisions. Temperance, neither too much of one nor too much of the other. And the Magician, the manifestor, the entrepreneur of the tarot. I feel like I feel like you've come to some realizations, Leo. You've seen the truth, as it were, the light of a situation. And it's not what you would like it to be. And I think that the realization here is that it isn't going to be what you want it to be. You can't get the other side or the other person or the other whatever it is to be in alignment with what you feel you need and want this to be. Again, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whatever it is. But it feels like for the time being, you're making a decision to not rock the boat in an obvious way for the time being, to maintain a sense of balance and peace. But you've also made a significant decision here that you you're obviously working on manifesting a new beginning, manifesting something different. For the time being, it feels like, okay, this is what I'm going to do to not rock the boat. Behind the scenes, I'm manifesting. I want to manifest something new. But I don't want to cause chaos in the current environment, the current situation, the current relationship, the current job, until I have, all of my ducks in a row, or most of my ducks in a row. So for the time being, it's about keeping things level, keeping the relationship level, keeping the peace in the house level, or the family, but you're definitely working on manifesting a new beginning. Being diplomatic but strategic at the same time. Let's take a look and see what advice and guidance Spirit has for Leo, first half of July 2024. Three of Swords. That makes sense, because remember I was talking about the progression with that Two of Swords. That preceding card is the Ace of Swords, seeing the truth, seeing the light, kind of like that Ten of Swords. Yeah, this is it, right? Knowing that you have to make a difficult decision, likely to manifest a new beginning, which means that you have to leave something behind. So the next card, of course, would be, this is the Five of Swords. Sorry, mistook that for the Three of Swords. The Five of Swords. The 2 to the 5, but in between is the 3 and 4. So making the decision, the Three of Swords is about experiencing the disappointing or painful consequences of that decision, but needed. And then the Four of Swords is taking that step back, taking that time out to rest, recuperate, kind of lick your wounds. Five of Swords, getting out there and knowing that you have to do whatever you have to do, sacrifice whatever you have to have for your ultimate fulfillment and joy. What's in your ultimate best interest. It's a card of having to hurt in order to heal properly. And then we have the Nine of Cups and Six of Cups, which is really beautiful, because the Nine of Cups is your wish granted. It's having everything you want. The Six of Cups is, this is kind of a combination of like, home is where the heart is. Home is, because the Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia, can be going back to and focusing on what you always wanted, what you always believed was right for you. And that could be a different type of relationship. It could be a different type of job. But it's also kind of a foretelling here of, because you're working on manifesting a new beginning, that a new beginning is coming to you. But sometimes we have to go through these changes in order to have that. For example, here in this Nine of Cups, it's a beautiful card. It's a wish granted, getting everything you wanted, your wish is granted. But in the preceding card, of course, is the Eight of Cups, which is a card of turning your back and leaving Eight Cups, which you thought was your Nine of Cups, but in fact, either has run its course, it's turned out to be something different. And so you have to turn your back on it and leave and walk away in order to find the Nine of Cups. So again, there's the implication here that you had to say no to something you had previously said yes to because it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. Your hard work is going to manifest here. Your hard work is going to pay off here. Six of Swords, a card of healing. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, these are both of these cards, these combination of cards here, or a bit of a foretelling. It means that, what you're working so hard on manifesting is going to be coming into reality for you, and likely in the near or near-ish future. But part of manifesting is the decisions we make and the action we take. And some people kind of miss that part of manifesting. It's not just about setting your mental and your psychological and your emotional intent on something. That's part of it. That's energy too. But then it's making your actions, the action steps you take, your actions match that intent. For example, if you say you want a new beginning, you want a different relationship, you want a new job, and you think about it a lot, that's the first step of manifesting. But if you don't follow that up with action that supports that, then it kind of plugs that manifestation up and gets it stuck. So there's also the implication here that in order to have what you want, you have to make temporarily difficult, perhaps self-sacrificial decisions in order to have that. But that's also part of the path of manifestation towards your ultimate joy and fulfillment. And that's what I see here for you, Leo. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Leo. Those are your messages for the first half of July. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope you found them relevant and useful. Again, if this did resonate with you and you would like to take a deeper look at it, maybe peel it back a little bit, or you simply like the reading style, if you're interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can see that contact info also by clicking on the description of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the mid-month readings. Until then, as always, thank you for being here. Stay safe and well. Be happy. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.